Damn, that one came in fast.
Bang, third era. We out
here. I mean, dude, he must have been like
hey,
on a countdown.
He's making up, bro. We ain't had one in a couple weeks.
I know,
bro.
he's making up for it.
I blame it on Fade. I'm never taking the blame of any of that ever.
I mean, everybody blames me for everything anyway.
Yeah. This is the backwards hat.
Obviously.
It looks shiesty. It looks skeevy.
It is pretty shiesty.
It's like anybody pulls up with a backwards hat, you don't trust that man.
Dude, I put a video up on Kako like for the first time in 1,000 years, and somebody was like, "I got to tell you, the backwards hat makes you look like a douche," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
If you're over 35 and you have a backwards cap, I'm sorry, it's a no.
Well,
Stop doing it.
It's my thing. So
what about forwards? You can't just. Hey, look all these suckers that thought they was coming in here to hear Jacob.
Yeah.
I knew if I put that in the title, everybody would flood in.
Everybody would flood in.
Hey, Byron, we out here.
Byron, what's happening?
Yeah.
I am sketchy.
Yeah, that was funny.
I am sketchy. Jeff, I need to talk to you about some sleekers.
But we will be shitting on Salt Amp drama all night, bitches.
Yeah, we are.
They're out there. I heard there was a mass recall coming, and I don't know.
Right, coming out hot.
Yeah,
we gotta talk about Saltgate.
And Fade's kind of he's a friend with Fuller, but I'm unbiased here. I'm gonna just throw out any kind of thing. I don't care who hears me. Any kind of
what's going on here?
What's going on here? He just hacked it. I swear I didn't press the button. Nobody heard that.
Bro, he used his Bitcoin miners to hack our feed.
Somehow the poll at Sundown and Tesla, he made it happen.
He heard
little known secret. Elon Musk on Sundown Audio.
Yeah. Y'all are like one. Y'all in space. Ooh, you would be the Elon Musk of car audio, would you not? I'd say you have to be, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, I mean it's not.
I think it's pretty close.
I'm pretty quirky, kind of like him.
Right. You think like outside the box.
Yeah. You just don't have a Twitter. Maybe you should start one.
I have one. I don't use it. The only reason I'm on Twitter is to follow Brett's favorite guy.
Which one?
The Trump thing.
Yeah. Oh, did you see they banned his Twitch?
Yeah.
I didn't know he had a Twitch.
Like what is Trump playing Minecraft?
Yeah, right. Trump has a Twitch.
He's out there doing Fortnite tutorials. Like
Trump has a Twitch.
No. I swear. I think it's just replays his old rallies. And I think it got banned because they played the old rally of him talking about the sending the bad ones from the border or something like that.
Yeah.
So Twitch kind of cracked down on that. They ain't having it.
Oh my god,
it's looking bad. So you gotta stop. You gotta slow down with the Trump love. It's getting kind of obvious now.
He's just my favorite guy, and I just can't help but talk about it.
It's out of hand.
I mean, even if you don't agree with any of his politics, you gotta admit he's hilarious. Now, I don't know if you want that in a president, but he's hilarious.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. I mean, if he wasn't the president, I'd be like, hell yeah.
Right. He's still to this day, no matter what, calls it the Kung Flu.
Right. He doesn't give a shit.
I will give Jacob credit. Even though it's his favorite person, he's a little, he tries to stay sort of in the middle. There are some people in our feed that are like way over this way.
Yeah, I mean, it gets to a certain point. It's ridiculous if you call him out for everything he does. I mean, he is just a person after all. Yeah, a person that hates Sundown Audio.
Right. Like unreasonably. You know what I mean? Like obviously you could find some good in Sundown Audio, even if you hate Jacob Fuller and everything Sundown Audio stands for. Like,
that son of a bitch, guess what? This that I'm drinking right now, the $20 tariff on this.
Shut up. Well, that means it's like a $200 bottle probably. Yeah.
It's and then my favorite butter that I use now because I'm like trying to cut carbs. I use Kerrygold butter. It got tariffed.
Yes.
Did it really?
I figured it out. Trump's a time traveler. You heard that theory, right? And I did something to him like 50 years from now, and he came back to get me.
all I eat is Kerrygold. I don't even look at the price. I just throw 2 tubs in the cart every time I go to the store.
Yeah, it got tariffed.
I think Fade got me on that too, the Kerrygold stuff.
If anybody listening doesn't eat Kerrygold, reevaluate your life.
Like you didn't know butter was supposed to have a taste before you tasted real butter.
Yeah. So someone said no more Yang. I said yes, Yang 2024.
No more Yang. We're still on the Yang gang.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie Smith, get the fuck out of here, Ronnie Smith.
Ronnie. Now somebody loud in there. We got to be quiet now.
Yeah, He gave up on SPL. Now he's doing like 3D printing shit. I don't know what he's doing. He's boring now. He fishes and.
Well, that's why Ronnie's good at what he does, because he's one of those guys that, like, when he latches onto something, it's a singular focus, you know? Yeah. And that like SPL, you need singular focus, which is why I'm not allowed. I got other shit to do. Yeah.
Go before. All right, we're done with the political stuff, but go, both of y'all.
100%.
Oh,
I don't know, man. I think it's still 50-50, to be honest with you.
All right. Okay.
It's it's 100%. I don't care.
Why is it 100%?
Because not to get political. I'm just saying I do follow this shit, but the polls, it's just a huge troll. And the fact that Tucker Carlson just came out with the highest rated news show in the history of mankind.
I was in shock because all the ads were pulling from
watching Tucker Carlson.
I couldn't believe that. I don't honestly like him. I don't honestly like Tucker Carlson. He's annoying, but still.
I'm just saying. Fox is coming up.
Jacob's slowly dying inside, and I just right? He's like, you motherfucker. He's about to end the stream.
Skip's got to have some inside info. I know he's got Trump's OnlyFans.
Yeah.
It's just, I'll show you some Cheetos.
It's just him with a shirt up saying China over and over.
China.
Thick. He has to say thick. Like,
well, yeah, bass boy. What's the G for? Low G.
I don't know.
Is that like G as in a low G note?
He does it. Franklin Gauss, bro, if you don't stay off the butter.
Hey, it ain't the butter. It ain't the butter.
It is the butter.
No.
It's the butter. I don't want to hear nothing.
I gotta ask you guys something. Does anyone else think that Franklin looks like Kyle Rutherford?
Yeah,
a little
100%.
But it's only because it's filtered. Only because his profile picture is so filtered out.
Dude, I'm telling you.
He does.
Every time I see his profile, I'm like, what the? I mean, they're twins.
Great value, Kyle Rutherford.
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh man, yeah, that's hilarious.
Shout out Franklin, man. I hope you're
yeah, bro. I was just joking.
Yeah.
What did I say? I said something.
Are you
mean
still
to
in the hospital? What's going on with that? Give us the update in the comments.
He's live streaming. That's one of you North Carolina guys. I hate all of y'all.
Thanks, Ben.
Yeah. Bruh, so here we are with Jacob Fuller of Sundown Audio. You want to say like founder or owner or what is it? Or Lord Sundown Audio?
Lord and Master.
You should. That's why I can't.
Zuckerberg. I'm CEO, bitch.
That's why I can't own a company, because I would have one of those big, huge, like Inspector Gadget mad chairs with like a cat. Right. Oh man, and he's just sitting back there with like One Punch Man pictures.
Oh yeah,
is that what that is?
No, it's not.
Man back there. I got All Might. I got Naruto. I got Luffy. I got it all, man.
It's so crazy how we're not even on audio yet, but still, I don't care. This is fun. Like how I missed out on so many animes, then I catch up, and I'm like 4 seasons in, so it's binge time.
Look at these towers that I got with my subs in them. You see them?
Did you ever turn those on yet?
Yeah, and I have to do some modifications because they're shaking my equipment off.
Are those clones of the second greatest speakers in the world? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Like no, I just always wanted a pyramid.
Appreciate it, Drew.
I forget the name of the channel, but the guy is a really great channel, and he made the world's best speakers, and then he did the world's second best speakers, and they look a lot like that. It's like a hybrid transmission line.
Right. These are just big sealed boxes for a modified Z518.
Are they that big? They don't look that big in the back.
They're 7 cubic feet apiece. They're like, let me go stand back there. Hang on one second.
Holy shit, dude! They look like bookshelf speakers from here.
We literally just mentioned this before the show, Hank.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
They're taller than me.
Holy crap, dude!
You gotta brace your drywall for that.
No shit.
Yeah, so I'm pretty stoked about it. I got some spikes to put on them so I don't shake my equipment rack so much.
Jesus.
But I got my prototype home audio amps on them. I have a 2500 and a 700 by 2 on my Klipsch towers.
Nice.
Wealth.
I know, you can't hide it.
You can't hide it no more.
You can't hide it.
Trump's coming for it.
He's coming for it. He's
trying to get his.
After he sees the stream, fuck it, Tariffs.
You know, I might even forgive Trump if he puts tariffs on all those damn Brazilian amps to even it out for me.
Oh, just import them from Brazil. Send them in through Brazil.
Oh, Drew, I mean, they're kind of short.
Hey, I'm 5'10". Come on, bro.
Yeah, it looks bigger in her hands. It doesn't matter, Drew.
He's just not a big Dumbledore looking dude like you.
Fuck it, we're getting to the shits.
Yeah, Hank's got a point. This room is actually an unusually tall ceiling, so that's why they don't look that tall.
Yeah,
is that what it is?
Hank, get out of here.
So we're gonna get to the salt.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the shits. Saltgate.
100% of them are blown.
Yeah,
100%.
Actually, 110%. I think there's like even more clone themselves just to blow.
Yeah. So, like you said in a bunch of comments, like these went out in an unusually like large number at once.
Like, the whole run was pre-sold, and they all shipped at the same time.
Right. Instead of like over weeks and weeks and months, they just slowly, you see stuff trickle in.
Right.
So
it's crazy. When I first made the first post, I don't want anybody to call me out for changing my numbers. I estimated it was almost 3 years worth of SCVs. It was actually 2 years, but still, it was 2 years worth of amps going out all at the same time. So it's like, okay, yeah, of course you're going to see an unusual number of at the same time because they all got installed at the same time.
Right.
So there's big sexy Jerry in here. I saw that.
Hey.
Yeah, Jerry.
Yeah, you want to talk about Dumbledore?
Yeah.
Where at Steve?
Yeah, it's like so basically the real number that we've seen so far, I had Mike and Donnie go through all the returns and all that. It's like 2%, which is higher than we would like. Normally I like to see 1%, but the first run always has a little bit more bugs, because it's a brand new product. So by the time we get to the second run, you should see more like the 1%, and that's totally normal for any Korean amp from any company ever.
What's failing? Is there a common theme?
Different stuff. It's probably just little like imperfections in the build, like the ones that have a problem pretty soon. It's probably just imperfection in assembly, and that's exactly what warranties for. Like you get your amp, you have a problem with it. Guess what? We're going to take care of you. That's that simple. What
happened to that one that was like the most decimated amp I've ever seen?
I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know. And like, you know how people are. Like they don't necessarily want to admit what really happened. So we might never know. The guy's happy. He's getting taken care of. He's actually upgrading to a Salt 8. Something happened. I've never seen anything like the terminals went molten. There was like puddles of metal.
It's fantastic.
I've never seen that happen.
Dude, I mean, if you're going to send it.
1 ohm clean, bro.
Yeah.
Every email you've ever gotten about warranty issues, 1 ohm clean set with a scope.
Hey, no, they didn't know. They scoped their SMD DD1, then DD1 the scope.
That's 100%.
Yes, we scoping out here.
With 0 voltage drop ever.
Zero ever.
Right. No high voltage, no low ohm, clean.
And after all these years and years and years of like everybody's like, we need more power at 12 volts. We need more power at 12 volts.
Yeah.
And then I released the amps and everybody's like, by the way, I'm charging at 16.9 on my lithium.
Right.
Oh man, come on.
Right.
Don't do it. Stop.
Quit. Exactly.
The C-Max takeover, as I blame it.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. Is the lithium. It used to be a serious headache to run high voltage.
Yeah, and I got away from it because nobody was doing it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Basically, there's no reason to run higher than 15 volts on any of our amps that are out right now. None.
There's no reason to run it anyway.
Yeah, and then people are doing it and running the amps at 0.35 and this and that. I'm like, dude, freaking chillax, man. Come on.
Just settle down.
Yeah.
Settle.
Chill, bro.
Yeah.
And somebody meme that Jacob Fuller said, chill, bro.
Yeah. God, if you just get like a vinyl of chillax in the box of your warranty amp, I'd lose it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what it is.
The last Fuller screenshot was, what was it? Something D's nuts.
Yeah. Program these nuts.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Sometimes I get a little sassy after a little bit of scotch,
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. It's basically
the label though. What is that scotch you're drinking?
This is Oban 14, which is it's a Highland. Normally I drink Islay scotches that are heavily peated, but my local ABC doesn't sell any of them. And if I'm going to drink a scotch that's not peated, this is pretty good shit.
There you go.
Unfortunately, they got the tariffs on it now.
Yeah, the tariffs.
I was actually having a conversation with a buddy of mine. We had a great idea. It's like, okay, so say, because we pay 25% tariff when we buy parts, when we pay Americans to put them together.
You're right.
And if I buy a whole sub from China, it's only 7.5%. So I feel like there should be some sort of credit. Like, say, for example, I'm like, okay, like a tax ID number, like when you resell or something. Say, okay, well, I'm going to use these parts to pay Americans. I could get a rebate. That'd be cool, right?
Right.
I feel like. Or just even reverse the position, charge 25 on the complete product and 7.5 on the parts, That
so makes more sense, yeah.
I'm trying to get like I priced out a CNC, and I talked to it's actually a company in the town where we had our first shop. There's a company there that makes CNC machines. That's 2 shops ago. And I had them come over and give me a consultation. I told them how many motors we built. And basically the machine that they quoted me is $500,000.
Holy hell.
To build our quantity, because I don't think a lot of people realize, like, we're building hundreds of like X's, Z5s and stuff a week. It's not like, it's not like 20 or something. It's like hundreds a week.
Remind the people which get assembled here and which ones come assembled.
Yeah. So as of this moment, we're assembling all the U's, all the XV2s, all the ZV5s, all the Nightshades, all the Teams, and all the Neo SPLs. When they first came out, a bunch of the U's came from our build house, so you'll still see U's that were made in China. And when they first came out, some of the XV2s were also made over there. And so then now they're all made here. I'm probably the demand is so high, I'm probably going to bring in some more X's and U's just to try to help us fill out demand at the end of the year from the factory again. But my goal is that, to try to keep them here. But literally the demand has been so insane this year. Like, we've already significantly exceeded our total 2019 sales this year already. Like, significantly.
That's through a global pandemic.
Right. I've seen that like that theme from a lot of people that post, like, I don't know what's going on. My orders are going crazy.
Yeah.
And is it because everybody's at home just bored?
Yeah, everybody's at home with the phone.
I didn't realize people were getting so much money on their checks. Like, people are getting like $3,000 checks and stuff, and they're all going to car audio.
Yeah, I guess.
Because I don't get one, so I wasn't really paying attention to the details. I was like, oh, everybody gets $1,200, but then you have kids and this and that, and people are getting thousands of dollars.
Well,
stimulate the economy, bro.
Yeah, I mean, and everybody said I was crazy to give everybody $1,000 a month talking about Yang last time.
Isn't that crazy?
And you know what I said? I might have even said it word for word. I said I figured our business would double if that happened. And guess what?
Hey now,
one-time stimulus, our business doubled.
There you go.
Thank you, Mr.
There's a
Trump.
second round coming, right?
Yeah, I hope so. The only thing we got to worry about is the turtle man blocking it.
Who's the turtle man?
Mitch McConnell.
Oh, Mitch McConnell. He does look like a turtle now that you think about it. Like an old wise turtle.
Oh, the Dana Carvey turtle. Am I not turtly enough for you?
Yes, that kind of turtle.
That was a pretty good impression.
Yeah, I like that.
Hank's over here trolling. He's like, Trump money. No, that was a bipartisan congressional agreement.
Tell him, Hank.
I love Hank, though.
He knows who to thank.
Hank likes to fuck with me, and it's funny, and I enjoy it.
Hank is relentless.
He is.
That's what I will say. You can take a joke about, like, some people, you cannot joke about politics with them, but
no,
you can take a back and forth. That's what's fun about it,
Yeah. Especially if it's someone that I know and then we're friends already. I'm just like, yeah, it's cool, man. If it's just some regular jackass, I might be like, look, man, I don't have time for this. You're blocked.
Yeah, right.
But like, my friends, I'm like, it's cool, man. We're friends. Like, we don't have to be mad at each other over this.
Yeah, you know, people like lost friendships over this stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people, yeah.
So many.
Like, if you believe what you believe, that's fine. But
Tyler Bay said, "Why so many blown salt amps, bro?" We already covered that, but the actual reality is it's about 2%.
2%.
Yeah, which is really not that far out of line.
What's the mean across?
He said 1%.
All? Well,
no, not 1%. Not 1%. Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
So 1.6.
Usually, like as far as initial quality issues, we like to call it. Usually, it's 1% or less, which is where we like to be. But again, first run, there's little bugs here and there. Over a long product lifespan, generally you want to see like less than 10%. So, like for example, like the old SCV stuff, if you look at them over like 5 years, even they're still less than 10% total, even after the whole warranty period and everything. Which is considering everyone in cardio abuses their amps, is pretty damn good.
Yeah, except me. I don't.
And actually, the lowest one, and this is
I was just about to ask you.
The lowest failure rate amp we ever sold was the one that everybody talks shit about, the SCV 3000.
Really?
Yeah, over like 5 years, it was like almost nothing. It was like super, super low. Actually, Ethan at the Amp Lab will tell you the same thing because he fixed all that shit.
Stop making amps that only do rated, bro.
I know. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make them do like 50% more than rated. And everybody's like, what the fuck, bro?
Dude, did you see that? Did you see that? I couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just one person; it was a bunch of them.
Yeah. Bro, you cannot please them.
Why not call it a 10K amp, bro?
I got to answer Steve Herman here. Steve, I'm saying October because the first run was like super, super late. It was twice as long as it should have been, but we should have them, and I don't want to promise anybody this. Theoretically, they could be here in August if it's a normal schedule. But I'm telling everybody October because we got totally screwed the first time around. But the build house is assuring me that, it's not going to take that long again.
Is that the same ones you said Down for Sound ordered express ones, or that's the SFB?
No, that was SFB 8000s.
Okay.
JP was like, "Hey man, how much to get them faster?" I said, "Well, air freight's heavily inflated because of the COVID stuff, and like Apple was using up almost all air capacity single-handedly." And so JP was like, "Man, I really want to get these for my customers. How much?" So I got a quote. It was $70 per amp, and then he got 200 of them expressed in.
Well, there you go.
Jeez,
so yeah, that's just how he does things,
I mean, if you got it and people need it, what's happening?
Yeah.
So okay, so 2% on the salts and 10% lifetime on the SCVs.
Yep.
What's it looking like for the SFBs right now?
Actually, extremely low. It's well within that too. It's just we've sold so many of those. I'm gonna throw this out here, and you guys, it's gonna blow your minds. So they've been out for maybe, including the fact that the 3K launched by itself, they've been out for a total of just over 9 months. We've sold a third as many of those as total amps we've sold in 14 years.
Bro, nobody wants full bridge.
Rob.
Yeah. And so I resisted it. I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And everybody's like, well, we need cheaper amps from Sundown. I'm like, well, I mean, I guess that's what I'm seeing that people are going to. So it is what it is. And we're trying to do our best. And, I'm always working on trying to make them better. And my goal is to get the reliability up there as close as I can. Not to say just objective reliability under adverse conditions, like under 1 ohm and stuff like that. I want to try to eventually get those up there close to where the Korean stuff is.
That's crazy, but why should you have to do that? If you say, look, don't. Yeah, but I'm saying if you say don't run under 1 ohm, why should you try to make them run under 1 ohm? Why should that be your issue?
Don't run under 1 ohm. All my customers here is Charlie Brown's teacher.
Man, it's like they make so much power already. Like you don't need to run under half ohm.
Right, like the smaller ones are like crazy. Like the SFB 1K makes 1K at 2 ohms.
Yeah.
I was like, man, come on.
Can attest.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing is so sweet. I love that little amp, dude. That SFB 1K. It's so tiny and it makes great power. You put that thing anywhere.
Yeah. So Hank says, "What about the other companies doing?" I was like, "Well, I kind of made this post on Facebook the other day. Like, we come out, we take the risk, and everybody piles in afterwards." I mean, that's exactly what happened. I'm not surprised. Now I'm working on getting some more agreements with my factory. They're not going to be selling these boards to any other U.S.-based company. But, you see companies from, like, other countries, like Europe and Asia and all that, they can come out with them and ship them here. Now with my version 2 stuff that I'm working on, I'm trying to negotiate to have global rights on them from the build house. And they're setting some really high numbers they want us to meet on them, but I think, honestly, that we can do it. So, like, if you do X amount of business with us, we'll go ahead and guarantee them for you.
That's crazy.
And that's a big number.
I saw somebody. I saw like one time a copy of yours get mad when another company copied that copy. It was the most ridiculous thing ever. Like they made a post like you just talking about, like about a copycat, and they're the ones that copied already. It's copyception.
So I see a guy asking about SFB manuals.
Actually like 10 times.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I wish I had a better answer for you. We have a guy that kind of does that sort of documentation, and we're trying to get him to get it ramped up. Everything happened so fast. Like, I did not expect stuff to take off like that. Like the SFB 8Ks, the first run we got 300, which for an 8K amp that should last a long time, right? They were in stock for like 72 hours. And then the Rona hit and China was closed for a month. And then I finally got to make more in March when everybody came back. But then everything was backlogged, so it's like everybody's like, "Why are the 8Ks been out of stock forever?" And I'm like, I mean, they kind of have, but it's across the entire industry. Like everybody's having trouble.
Why does he need a man? Is that a thing? Like manuals?
Yeah, no, I was just thinking that myself, but I didn't want to be mean.
Yeah, Hank's asking about the website, dude. We got the new website up, which is a Herculean accomplishment to begin with, and I have a whole list of stuff my web guys ask me for, but it takes like 100% of my time every day just to try to figure out how to order enough stuff at this time. And it's crazy. I'm like, I come in every day. I'm like, man, I just ordered subs from my factory like a week ago. It looks like I need more. And I'm like, well, shit, yeah.
Is he trolling? Why do you need specs on the website? I don't understand.
A lot of people want that. Hank himself doesn't need it, but historically our website has lagged products significantly. It's like, I'm not a web guy. That's not what I do. I just make cool products, and we don't really have a dedicated in-house guy, but it's something we're trying really hard to catch up on.
RTFM, bro. RTFM.
Indeed.
Yeah, the 18.5. That will be.
I want that.
Yeah, that will interest me.
Yeah,
it's a beast. And then I'm also working on a 1000x4 in the SFB line.
5 channels. I do think we need a higher power 5-channel. Like, there's only a couple of amps on the market right now that have 1,000 watts on the sub channel and any kind of decent power on the 4-inch channels. So anything, a single amp solution for a whole system is.
Let me hit some more questions here. SFB with clip lights. The shipment that we have coming in August, I have 1,000 remotes with the clip lights coming. So we got that going on. And let's see, what else was somebody asked another question? Oh, I wanted to reply to you, Fade. I have a Salt 6-channel I'm working on.
Ooh.
It's a staggered 6-channel. It's like 100 by 2, 150 by 2, 200 by 2.
Perfect.
But channels 5 and 6 can actually bridge down to 2 ohms, and it does like over 1,200 watts on that channel if you make it 5-channel mode.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Because my favorite amp in my collection, and if anybody doesn't know, I have a lot of effing amps. One of my favorites is a staggered 5-channel. It's 75 by 2, 140 by 2, and then 1,000 by 1. And it is literally, if it wasn't a little bigger than I'd like, it's like the perfect amp. It's like the perfect amp for like a normal everyday system. That
Salt 6-channel is not big at all. It's like, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's not particularly a big amp. It's maybe the size of the SFB AK, which is, pretty small.
Yeah. And
it's real good. And let's see. I wanted to answer another question here. Salt 500.4. Okay, Jeremy Underwood asks. So this is where I'm at. The first run of Salt monos took 6 months when they're supposed to take 3. So I ordered another run of monos, and they promised me that they would do it at normal time. If my factory proves that they can do that for me, then I'm going to, the next run, make the multi-channels. And so that would put them towards the end of the year. And then somebody asked why the SFB 13.5K is significantly more expensive per watt than the 8K. It's just that we have to go to all the more high voltage parts, and they cost disproportionately more to make. So like the value wise, the 8K is where it's at. We make the bigger one just in case you want that much power in one chassis.
Yeah, I've got to have it.
Yeah.
Oh, so the guy says I diverted from the question for the manual. I mean, I didn't think that I did. I said we're working on the manual. Like it's not done. Like we don't actually have one. That's what I meant to be more clear. The manual's not done. That's why it doesn't come with the amps.
Let me ask you, the chat. What do you need to see
I'm not,
in the manual?
Right. I'm not trying to be mean. What do you need to know?
Yeah. What do you need to see?
Power to power, ground to ground.
Maybe we can answer it right here. Honestly.
I mean, I think Derek has a great video out on how to set the crossovers and low pass and such like that. Not crossover, but you know what I mean. How to set it. And they do all of the SFBs have a clip light on the amp?
Yeah. And then
well,
we're also bringing it out where it's going to be on the remote as well.
Well, there you go. Turn the gain till the clip light comes on.
Honestly, that it is. I've tested that, and it's there. That's exactly. If you want to set your gains, that's how you do it.
Yeah, that's what I did.
We got a couple more questions here. X Series components 2020. I just got the mid clippled, and there's some things I need to do. I need to adjust the suspension. I need to add an additional shorting ring on the outside below the magnets. But other than that, it looks really good. Distortion numbers are pretty good. It's just the suspension curve is not perfectly centered, and the LE curve slopes to one side because it gets too low on the front stroke. So I have to make it get lower on the back stroke as well. So we got that. So I'm working on it. I don't have an ETA yet. And a guy says he can never get a hold of someone who's been calling on and off for months. And I don't know to tell you, man. Like, our phone rings all day. People answer it all day. We got a bunch of people on the phone. I don't know what time you're calling. Maybe lunchtime. I don't really know what to tell you there.
And, if it's, I mean, honestly, a lot of probably 90% of questions could probably get answered in the Sundown only Facebook group.
Yeah. Dude,
but yeah, if you have a specific question,
write on a napkin tomorrow, and then post a picture on your Facebook of written out some kind of manual. Just
yeah, I want to make something that's like presentable and nice. You know, it's like,
well, yeah.
So, but I haven't really had time to do it. I mean, to be honest with you, and I thought I would have more time. I didn't suspect the amps would get so popular so fast. So I was like, the first run. By the time we get to the second run, I'll surely have time. But now we're on like the billion runs of those things.
Them's fighting words right there.
This guy knows what's up.
Nah, man.
This guy knows what's up.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to the Jacob Fuller signature components. I've been waiting on them for a minute now.
Like the SQs?
Yes.
Like the super SQs?
We got another. We got U series basket gate.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and so this is another thing. Like, at this point, there's literally like thousands and thousands of those subs out there, and you go back in time and you say, okay, well, how many 4 spokes and 12 spokes did you see breaking? And I'll tell you what, it's in my experience with both of those baskets, the rate of failure on those is higher than the U series basket. So like, it's actually an improvement in strength.
I mean, there's not much to break on it. It's solid as F.
Yeah,
a picture of it.
There's more meat in the areas where baskets break than the 12 spokes and 4 spokes do.
Right.
One of the reasons I used it, and the other reason was that the cone bodies are significantly taller, especially on the 10 and the 12, so you get a lot more stability, like more lateral stability on your coil.
What'd you say, Fade?
I said pull up a picture of it, so in case anybody's
No, I'm
looking.
not doing that. No, I'm not.
Oh, all right.
What do we have here? Why not have the U series with a Sundown basket? Because the motor's not deep enough to really support it. Now I have built a pair of custom ones for one of my guys. He basically wanted a U12, but I know the guy. His name's Robert, and I knew he wanted a little bit more low end than what the Spider could withstand on the standard U. So I built him some U's with the Sundown basket, but I used the U cone and surround so that the surround would kind of hold it back a little bit. But really, that's not necessary. It would add a lot of costs for really not much advantage, because the U series, the Sundown frame has 3 to 4 times as much aluminum as a regular style frame. Uh-oh, what happened?
I asked him to pull up a picture of the U series basket, and that's what we get. You're fired. You are so fired. I like people to see what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah.
In case they can't picture a U basket off the top of their head.
Oh, I got a good question. If I was not with Sundown, what would I run? Well, some of my favorite companies, I would say, if it wasn't Sundown or anything in-house, it's like I like Incriminator. I like, B2 Audio. I like PSI. Those are some of my top brands right there. Crossfire, pretty good.
Can you see that?
So yeah, we can see it. So basically all your friends.
Yeah, right.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Because we kind of have some of the similar philosophies, so I guess that's why we get along.
Well, no, we've talked about. I swear, I feel like I mentioned this.
I don't like this stupid ring thing.
Ring
just
thing.
so you know. Just so you know.
I gotta avoid surround glue gate version 2.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I feel like I was on like the front end of that with the roundup, but
there you go, Brian Plouts. This is the Oban 14. I see you asking there for you.
I feel like I bring this up on every single show, like going back to the question, what would you run? And once you get to a certain level of quality, you have to start differentiating by other things. So you have to start differentiating by, do you like the owner? Do you like the employees?
Yeah.
Do you like their philosophy? Do you like how they look, or are they pretty or whatever? So if you know the guy running the thing and it's just as good as just as good or better than something else, then why wouldn't you run that? You know?
Right. And a lot of the other guys are really kind of stepping up, you know, making some really cool stuff. I thought it was really neat, you know, when B2 made their new baskets. That was really cool. Incriminator has their new shredder basket that they're working on. That's really cool, you know. I dig that stuff. And, you know, David at PSI, he's been doing his thing for so long, you know, he knows his shit.
Yeah.
And he's got all his new, like, platforms and all that. It's pretty cool.
I'm trying to get something from him, but he's so sickly that apparently he can't lift his fingers to get on his phone. So I've been trying to get an invoice from him for like 3 days, Skip.
I thought I've been there since 2009, bro. So
we got NSB5 and ZV6 questions.
Bring it up.
I mean, I can't keep up with all your stupid subs.
You got too many, bro.
You do.
There's too many teams. There's too many Z's.
I just
give it up.
Get it?
Hey, when are you gonna change the name? It's like ZV20, V20 is gonna be a thing.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Of course.
Did you freeze?
Is he frozen?
That's the stupidest picture ever to be frozen on.
That's fantastic. No, that was awesome. You're like,
did I disappear there?
God, I need that. I need that on a shirt now. Kyle, Kyle, get on it. Add it to my order.
That was fantastic.
That was funny.
Nick is you're an American-based guy? What the shit? How did I not associate him with American base?
You will not talk bad of Nick. He is loud.
I didn't say anything bad. I just didn't realize he was an American-based guy.
He said I can use his car to run once and be the loudest person in the world.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
I feel like I disappeared for a second there.
Yeah,
Kyle,
you did. You got frozen.
Kyle, go back like 47 seconds and then see Jacob's face, and I want that on a shirt. Right there. There it is. Right there. Right there.
Yeah. So I was trying to answer about the Z's and the X and all the new stuff. So I have prototypes for the X version 3, you know, for 10, 12, 15, 18, ZV6, and Nightshade version 5. My goal is to launch the Nightshade version 5 first, then ZV6, then XV3. And that'll probably all happen like early next year.
Like, what could you possibly see that needs to be better to make another product? You know, like, are you just is your brain just constantly like, shit, I should have did this one. Now I got to make another V6.
No, he slapped the new and improved on it and charged more. That's all.
He puts a different color basket.
That's right.
It's continuous improvement. You know, like I usually don't throw everything away when I make a new model. I take all the best stuff out of what I've been making. And I find, you know, one or two things, and I'm like, you know, I could have done this slightly different or slightly better, or even if not objectively better, I'm like, well, this is what my customers are trying to do with it, so I'm going to lean more in that direction. And that's kind of where I went with the new NS. All three of those new. Basically, everybody was like, we want more power handling. So I'm like, okay, I got you. Let's do it.
All right.
Right here, buddy.
Right.
We got whatever you want.
Jesus.
Have you ever been like, sorry, go Fid.
Go ahead.
Nah, I got nothing. It was like
you got nothing? I was just going to say, I'm not going to spoil the roundup because I'm like smack dab in the middle of it. But I have done the SPL testing, and I haven't even messaged you with this yet.
Right.
But I thought it was
where you're doing that.
No, yeah, he is. I thought it was interesting because I have the SA Classic and the shallow one. What is it? The LDS? SLD. And there was in an SPL app, there was no significant difference. I thought that was friggin' awesome.
I'm not surprised. Basically, up until the point where the SLD will run out of steam, its performance should be basically identical. Yeah.
And that was on 2X rated too. So we're talking like 1500 watts. I was really impressed with, what is it, 4 inches or 5 inches deep?
That's less than 5 inches. I think it's 4 3/4.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking for in a relationship. Be impressed with it, ladies. Be impressed with it.
4.5 inches.
4.5 inches deep, bro. It's impressive. Let's go.
Oh,
I don't know. That's all.
Insecurity's coming out.
Yeah, bro. It's live now. That's what I had another question. I got two questions. I'm backed up. Have you ever been like hindered by what you want to do versus what a factory or a company can actually do for you? Like
all the time. I'm trying to develop a new surround. Like you might have seen my preview of the Mega W. I can't find anyone to manufacture it.
Is that where we're going with surrounds?
That's where I'm going because it allows me the next level of control. I have another technology that's patent pending, but like I don't want to waste all my time and energy with it unless the patent gets granted, and I call that fast. But what I'm going to do in the meantime is the Mega W because that allows me to, in addition to just changing the compliance curve based on the sheer size and just raw geometry of the shape itself, I can vary the thickness, width, height of the various rolls. And I can basically have an adjustable compliance curve. So I can have it, for example, in the center, it can be really flat. But then at the point where things start to get bananas, it can just go and get super tight immediately. The SD4, if you get your hands on an SD4, you push it to about 15 millimeters one way, and it's pretty linear, 15 each way. After that, you almost can't push it any farther. It's almost impossible to bottom it out under power because you'll blow the coil first.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think after our conversation the other day, I think I'll just have to go with 312s instead of 15s. So, if you remember what we were talking about.
I still got the jelly roll.
Do you? Yeah. Well,
312s. It's happening.
Oh. That might need to happen.
Oh, I got something cool that I haven't shared yet, but I got Bobby Gately to make me a plexiglass box.
Ooh.
Because I've always wanted one.
Wealth.
Like, I'd actually heard of Bobby Gately back when I was in high school. I saw his shit in a magazine.
Damn. Did you really?
Yeah, and then the first time I met him, I was like, dude, you're fucking Bobby Gately? And he was like, dude, you're Jacob Fuller? We were both like, yeah.
That's awesome.
Do you know who you are?
Do you know who you are?
So I was like, man, I gotta get a box from him before he like retires or something, you know?
Yeah. What are you saying? He's about ready to retire?
Is he old?
I don't know. I don't know when it's gonna happen. You know, you never know.
Call it quits, Bobby.
Dude, Gately, he is weathered. In a good way. In a good way.
He's seen some things.
He has seen a couple of things. For real, I think I've mentioned this before, but I saw one of his boxes, like one of the first times I ever saw his box, one of his plexi boxes. I messaged him and I was like, dude, listen, I am in no way going to buy one of these. I'm just curious how much these are. Because you know how some people will like kind of lead you on, like, maybe I'll buy one. And he told me the price and I was like, yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, he told me the price, and honestly, knowing how much of a pain in the ass it is, I was like,
didn't flinch.
That's fair.
Didn't flinch.
It probably is like more than fair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm like, I'll stick to Home Depot plywood.
I just have to have one. I have to have one. You know,
I want one too. I really do, but I don't own cars long enough to justify spending that much on a box. I swear.
He's got to have a prefab Gately box that fits in everything.
Yeah. For like
I see Sam saying that he's a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. So the first time I met Bobby, we were out in Oregon, and everybody was drunk, and some guy was getting kind of rowdy, and he was trying to like, you know, I guess he was trying to get into it with Bobby a little bit. He's like, "Hey man, that's not really a good idea. I'm just letting you know."
The confidence to say that is awesome.
Where is blue in the realm? I know purple is like the highest, right? But where is blue on the spectrum?
I don't know. It's got to be pretty good though.
Somebody look that up really quickly.
I'll look it up.
And tag Bobby in case he wants to call in and fight Jacob Fuller.
Yeah.
I'm not fighting him. No, you're crazy.
Let's all three fight him. Let's see what happens.
He looks like a kind of solid dude too. I don't know. I've never met him in real life.
Does.
But
he looks short and stocky. Is he short?
Yeah, he's short and stocky.
Yeah. That's the ones you don't want to mess with. The ground game is amazing.
Yeah, the center of gravity.
Right.
He's close enough to the ground where you're going to hit the ground faster.
You're not taking that down.
Maybe not me. I'm a little guy. I'm all right with Cubase. Look, prefabs are not bad if you pick the sub for the prefab. Normally you pick the sub and then you make a custom box. But how about a custom sub for a prefab box? What's up now?
There we go.
I went to finals with a prefab and got a trophy. What's up?
Did you go to finals with a bucket?
I also did that.
That was funny.
Actually, it was a Compact Neo. in a prefab.
Was it really?
Third place in trunk. Third place in trunk. Suck it.
I can't find a specific blue. Oh wait, there it is. Oh, it's not that high.
No, I don't. How many people can pick you up, Jerry?
Live.
Hey yo.
Us making a video.
Yes, we are making a video. I think I know that dog's name. I'm searching my brain.
It's Steve.
Steve, that's it. I knew it. I already knew it.
Yeah.
Ask him who can win, Goku or Superman.
He doesn't care about any of this stuff. He likes Five Nights at Freddy's and Roblox.
Oh yeah. What is that other Hello Neighbor? You ever seen that one?
Ask him. Does he watch Frustrated Gamer or Kindly Keyin?
Oh gosh.
He watches all that stuff, man. I don't even know.
My kid just found out about the Kindly Keenan.
Oh my god, dude!
It's all
12 hours a day at my house.
That stupid fish game where they eat other fish.
Yeah.
You seen that one? Oh my god!
All this stuff is crazy. Oh, Hank asked me what I'm changing on the LCS. The biggest thing is cosmetics, because that's basically the only complaint that we had. That it looks too plain. So I'm going to do a nicer basket. I'm going to do a rubber gasket and push terminals, and other than that, it's going to be functionally almost identical.
Gaskets are the dumbest place to spend money, in my opinion. You don't see it as soon as you slap it in the box.
But
that's
you know how long it took us to get those to catch on because of that. And it's really honestly, the LCS is 100% as good as the E version 2.
It's a great
not the current E, but the previous E.
That's what's funny too. Going all the way back to version 1s. How many levels up is the lower level better than that first higher level?
Yeah. Well, the LCS is way better than the E version 1.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How far do you have to go up the E versions to get to beat up a SA version 1?
The E version 3 is really close.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
So E version 10 is going to be like a Nightshade version 1. Right. Jacob, you heard it here first.
So the EV3 is almost as good as a SA Classic.
It's really close, yeah, really close.
But with a stand basket?
And when Derek was running them in his Blazer, actually, I think it was up until about 600 watts, the EV3 was slightly louder by a couple tenths.
I think it was last year or the year before that I had the E in the CRX, and that thing was loud.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They sound so good, too. That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy about a lot of your subs. They just get loud on accident.
That's why I told you guys last time. I'm scamming the SPL guys into buying SQ subs.
I know. Dude, that's your thing. And I love you for it. I love that about you.
That was another question I had. You ever, because you mentioned Hank and LCS, you ever see something somebody does with a Sundown product, and you're like, I didn't know it could do that, honestly. That's impressive.
It's surprising, yeah. When Hank did all that shit with the LCS, I was like, man, I didn't really think that cone would hold up to that, to be honest with you.
Right. Yeah, dude, that's, man, just so many things, would just blow my mind seeing something whatever he was selling it for, what was it, $99 or something like that? Or even cheaper than that, I forget.
Those were $89.
Yeah. But those were the B stock ones or something, but oh no, did my thing kill out?
And then when we go to the version 2 should be $99 just to get those extra things on there.
Make it 101 and put 8 gauge terminal on them. Just every sub should have 8 gauge terminal on them. Sorry.
4 gauge, you mean?
Well, the oversized 8 gauge.
Yeah. I don't know about all that.
I have a stack of
Somebody was asking a question and I kind of forgot.
I don't care. I don't care about anything.
Was it Byron Chamberlain?
I don't know.
Yeah. Get that man a 60-inch TV, bro. He's hurting for one.
So what do we have here? What year is the Team V3 coming? So Matthew Traeger, I just learned today that the Team V2 ferrites are sold out. So that means I guess I need to get serious about it. I was kind of delaying it, because we don't really sell a lot of teams. We're trying to concentrate on other things. But where the sales have been so astronomical this year, I'm kind of sitting on a little bit of extra capital. So I'm like, it's about time. And then I know JP wants them for his Tahoe. So there's that.
Well, there you go.
All right, what do we got here? Drew. That's just Drew, man. It's just what you do, man.
That's what he does.
Drew's testing a new glue for me on a ZB512. I found a glue that I've actually been experimenting with for a couple of years that you can glue basically an entire speaker together and not sand or clean anything.
Shut up.
And Drew's been beating the shit out of it. Drew, tell him about it. Let's see if he chimes in here. I said, Drew, try to break this up. Try to get the glue to come off.
Even if you don't prep the surface very well?
We have to clean the surrounds with alcohol. We didn't clean the surround. We didn't sand the basket. We didn't wipe the basket off. Nothing. Just glued it together. The glue is pretty expensive, but if you remove all that labor, it kind of gets close.
Yeah.
And honestly, like prepping subs is like
the worst.
A shitty job anyway. So like, I'd rather not have a human doing that job.
It's so bad.
Even though I hardly ever recon stuff, I always just buy a new basket.
I hate it.
Drew said he's got a Wolfram 7500 on it, and they can't get the glue to fill.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's the glue was originally developed for like gluing automotive parts together. How many tubes do I need to buy? I'll send you the tubes. They're like, we are not doing it.
Wow.
I'm like, are you shitting me? So then I finally went to my other glue manufacturer, and I was like, hey, have you heard of this glue? Basically, the guy is like the me of glue. So he's like, oh, yeah, I know what that is. It's blah, 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 chemical compound. Yeah. And I was like, all right. Well, he's like, I think I can make that. And so then I got him on it, and he made it and put it in the tubes I need. And the price is still a little worrisome. But again, like, I don't want to have a person sitting there sanding baskets all day because it's a shitty job.
Yeah, it is.
And basically my nephew is the guy doing it now. He's my wife's little cousin. And that's his job is sanding baskets. And it's a shitty job to do. But we could just transition him to just bolting the baskets on, and then we would increase our production capacity with the same amount of workers, and then we wouldn't have anybody doing that crappy job.
Yeah. It's probably a hazard too, right? It's like a terrible fume.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because we use the grinder just to get it sanded really well consistently. Because doing it by hand is even worse for repetitive stress injuries. That's what we used to do until the volume increased. So then we got the grinder, and that's dangerous in a whole another way.
Terrible.
Somebody just make a big enough wheel that just fucking goes over the whole thing.
That's a good idea.
I actually have a machine coming that does it automatically. But even then, like, I think it's a waste of time to just have someone sitting and putting a basket in and out if we don't have to do it at all.
Yeah.
And that glue is actually like significantly stronger. It's significantly stronger than our old glue, even with surface prep.
Well, the thing is wouldn't the glue's bond only be as good as the paint of the basket?
It kind of like melts into the surfaces. It's like a self-etching type deal.
This fucking glue. Jesus.
Yeah, that's some gangster
This scares
shit.
me.
Yeah.
Drew, glue your nuts to the ground and just see how
to your thighs.
And then do E6000.
The newest dust cap glue that we got, it's this glue I can't get in America. I have to buy it from China just for dust caps. And it actually melts into the polypropylene.
Ooh.
And it actually it melts the clear surface off the cone at the same time. So like
in a good way.
It doesn't come off. Like it burns through that surface and bonds to the paper.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. See, it's the incremental changes.
Yeah. And like I'll give you another example of some, like, I'm working on the 3rd generation triple joint ring right now. That sounds super boring to everybody, but I'm calling it the XL triple joint ring because I found that when people take our high excursion subs and they get them to move way too far, the triple joint ring, it doesn't come out quite as far as the epoxy bead in the center, so it'll cause a little bit of peeling on the outside of the epoxy, basically after about 4 inches peak to peak. if you do that, and so then I was like, okay, well now I basically need to disable about 2.5 millimeters more of the spider roll so that you don't get any more peeling. So then I developed the XL triple joint ring. And there's a couple other little things in it with fillets in it, so that the glue like runs down behind it, so there's more surface area with the former and all that stuff. Yeah. But I'm excited about it, and nobody's ever going to see it.
I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it.
Here's the $1,000 question though, right here. How is that glue to clean off that basket?
It's going to be harder to clean off than any other glue.
That's true. That's actually
you're gonna double-edged sword.
Yeah, you're gonna need a jackhammer to get that stuff off. Just
it's like Bobby Taylor's
jizz.
So like we tried when I was first testing, we did a funny experiment with it. We just took a basket and we glued a spider to it only, and then we kind of propped it up off the ground and put like a bigger tube on it so that we could put pressure on it. Then we had Jimmy jump up and down on it to try to get the spider off the basket. And we actually literally ruined the spider. We straightened the material out flat permanently, and we couldn't get the glue to break.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
that's scary.
Look at Bobby. He's like, use my jizz to clean off.
Yeah,
Bobby's got
me
that shit in a 50 milliliter tube, and we'll do it.
Bobby's got some sick jizz, dude, bro. It's acidy.
Oh, there's Jacob Morris. He's got to see it too. He's late. He's late to the party. Jacob, here it is, man.
You got to eat more pineapples, Bobby. I don't know if that's true or not. Yeah, Gately, Bobby, Jacob said you're his idol, and he saw you in a magazine.
I did.
Some kind of bodybuilding magazine. It wasn't Car Audio. It was some kind of bodybuilding magazine or something. I don't know.
It was the magazines that come in the black plastic, I believe.
Yeah, it's the one they saw at old truck stops. I don't. You were in the back issue. I don't know what that meant. Yeah, there's some crazy stuff out there in Europe too, Ronnie. Like B2, they're talking about different glues.
I like B2, and I tell you what, my favorite thing about Jay is he saved my pillow at Slamology one year.
He saved your pillow.
Friend
for life.
I bring my own pillow, right? Because I like a certain kind of pillow. And then I had left and realized I didn't bring it. And he had stayed at the same hotel. And I made a post or something about it. And he hit me up. He's like, oh, man, I'm still there. I'll go get it. And so then he went and got it and he shipped it to me. Like, no questions asked. I was like, yeah, what a nice guy.
He is nice. I think he was like our third guest on here ever. We'd have to go down a row. Like, you were our first. And then we had Diaguardo. And I think he was in there too. We'd have to go down a row and redo these all. Because we know y'all all have just been sitting on y'all ass for the last 2 years.
Yeah. All right, I got a couple questions here I'm going to knock out. Brandon Young, why not just bolt it down? Bolting down is extremely labor intensive, versus using an adhesive. So that's, and even, I'm trying to save our builders' bodies. So even just using like a drill, like up and down and up and down and up and down, trying to get all those bolts in is really fatiguing. And I see Mike Watson, he wanted to know about the issues with the restock of the SFBs. I did cover it earlier, but I'll repeat it. Basically, especially the 8Ks, we got the first run in January, and I anticipated that to last a couple months, so I had no backup amps on order. So they come in, they're gone, right? And then by that point, it's going to February with Chinese New Year. They closed for that. Then the coronavirus hit, and then they were closed for basically a whole month. Then they opened back up. I put my order in. They're like, by the way, we're super slammed, and half our suppliers aren't open again either because everybody's all run it out and stuff. So then that hit, and basically we're looking at like 4 to 5 months between runs on the 8Ks, and there's really nothing I can do about it. Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of what happened there. And what is it? Hank says, Jay got on the windshield. Hey, I don't live in Europe, Hank, or I would help you out, bro. But Jay's the man.
Yeah. I was telling Jacob, we got to go down the list now. Every one of our old guests, we got to just keep going straight down the list.
Actually, that's a good idea. It's a good idea. Who's next?
See what they've been going. Mike Diaguardo. We don't really have to do nothing with him. He just puts louvers on his BMWs.
Yes,
I can see that. Yeah.
Well, he also doesn't have anything new to report other than louvers on his BMW.
Hey, what about that new voltmeter that he's been working on?
Exactly, dude. If he doesn't get that stinking the temperature one out, that was the one. Is that the one, the legendary one? It's like the Duke Nukem Forever of the cardio world. Yeah. I'm telling you, Ludwig has been he's been shitting on him here for about a year now.
Yeah, but it's just like, when's he gonna do it?
I don't know. We've asked Ludwig to come on, and he's like, "Well, I want something to show when I come on," and blah blah. Blah. But I mean, Jacob really hasn't had anything going on the last year either.
No, man,
2 years really.
Kind of like hanging out, doing nothing.
Yeah, that's all.
I grew this beard, bro.
Watching anime, growing beards, drinking scotch.
So it's kind of funny how this started. I know somebody wanted to talk about it, and I might have mentioned it in another venue, but I didn't mention it here. Basically, when my wife was pregnant with my newest baby girl, and she's going to be 2 in November. When she was pregnant, like, I didn't really shave up towards when the baby was born for like a couple weeks just because we were busy. Then after the baby was born, you don't sleep at all anymore. So then I was just like too tired to shave it. And then by then the baby gotten used to it. She's all like grabbing it and stuff. I was like, well, now I can't shave it because the baby likes it. And if I shave it, she's not going to know who I am.
Oh, that's a good viral video there. Do the little peek away one.
I know, and she's going to freak out. I don't want to do that to her.
Untrust laws.
Oh, someone got my Duke Nukem joke. There we go.
Yeah, that was funny.
Hey, I got another joke for you guys in car audio. It's the ID Max 15. Is anybody familiar with that one? They were like working on the ID Max 15 for like 10 years.
I was about to say, there's no such thing.
Yeah, supposedly it was in development. I think the basket's finally done. and I feel like somebody was using it, but I don't know. Encore maybe? Was it Encore? Somebody.
The ID Max is actually it's a great sub, but for that much ass, like there are other subs that are comparable.
The ID Max is an interesting sub philosophically to me, because they went. I'm trying to think about the best way to put it. I would call it brute force SQ approach, I guess.
Yeah.
They went to a 2-inch coil, so that it would reduce mass and inductance, and then but then they made it really long to get X Max. Right. They didn't really do anything else extraneous, so they did this super low mass, low native inductance, like small coil for low mass and all that. And it's cool, but like, and also Image Dynamics has some of the best suspensions ever. So like that was one of the, so automatically that was a good thing right there.
Right. But it's a fat bitch. Like it's got a fat ass, like for an SQ sub.
So Bobby wants to show off that box. How can we do that?
Skip will have to pull it up. For some reason, you or I cannot share our screens.
Yeah, I don't trust none of y'all.
Bobby sent it to me in a private message, but I don't really have any. Maybe I can put it on my phone and hold it up to the screen. Would that work?
Yeah. Oh, you could send it to me, and then I don't know, whatever you want to do.
I gotta scroll past all the naughty pictures that he sent me.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys see that?
Wait, let me try to put you on solo.
It's not very good with the whole camera thing, but.
Wait,
or just message it to Skip and he can put it on.
All right, I'll do that.
Nope. There it is.
Here we go. I'm sending it to you, Skip.
Yeah, all right. It's just gonna be Bobby wearing the blue belt only.
Pretty much, yeah.
A random insult from out of left field.
Yeah, I like that one.
What the?
It's true.
Oh my god!
I feel like you're a troll.
The ZV5 best sub ever.
Did you know Spanish before?
No, not at all. I learned it by speaking to my wife, and when I first met her, I was like, "Hey, we should go do something," and I was like, "Shit." So I got like Google Translate, and I was like, "How do I say that?" And then I just basically learned it from there.
Wait, did she only know Spanish?
I was just about to ask that.
She did speak Spanish, but it was limited. So then when I was texting her, I would try to write in Spanish, but I had to like Google Translate. But I at least knew enough from school that it wasn't right, so I kind of rearranged the words correctly.
That's hilarious.
That is hilarious. That's awesome. How'd you learn it? Just speaking it back and forth?
Just listening, yeah. And I would listen.
Damn.
Like I would go hang out with like her and her brother and her cousin and stuff, and I would just listen. And I'd be like, what did he say? What was that? Then I would try to remember it and use it later in a conversation.
Dude, I keep telling myself I'm going to learn another language for
New
Year's or whatever, and I got other shit to do.
Got cars that didn't. All right, let me try to pull this up.
There we go.
Damn, dude, that's like a serious box too. That ain't no.
Is that like a 6 order or something?
It's a Bobby Gately order.
Dude, that thing's big.
Yeah,
it's probably bigger than what he normally makes.
It's bigger than most guys.
Hey yo.
Hey now.
Saucy.
Good Lord, have mercy.
Isn't that sweet?
That thing is so sick, dude.
Like, I would love to have a YouTube channel of like I show this end product and I have all the materials. Try to make it.
Right. Like I can't even wrap my head around how to start making that thing.
Like I couldn't even drill those out. I'd crack the whole fucking side piece.
Yeah, it would be a mess. It'd be a mess. What are you gonna put that in, Jacob?
I have my daily, my Jetta. I was gonna put it in my Jetta.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say the Benz.
No, the Benz. I'm waiting until my SQ sub is done. Then I'm gonna put that in there. I know Franklin's been asking me about the SQ sub the whole time. I saw you, Franklin.
Yeah, I'm sure he cares.
I kind of had to put it on the back burner. I want to finish the X component set first, and like I said, I got some of the clipple back. I mentioned earlier, I got to work on the suspension and the inductive curves. Frequency response is great. Like the 6.5 is basically a full range driver because the inductance is so low, and the tweeter plays extremely high, and the FS is like 450 hertz. So it plays almost as low as necessary, and it's a beryllium dome. So I'm trying to. And I actually designed my own double magnet underhung motor for the tweeter, so it has 2 millimeters of X-Max.
Oh my god! What I need these immediately.
Pending clipple, I want to get it all clipple verified. And
I hate you.
Honestly, my end goal is I want to have all of our products clipboard and have all the clipboards up on our website.
That would be a first in the entire industry.
Yeah,
I'm trying to pet the doggo.
Yeah, Steve is over here. He's like, "What's going on, Dad?"
Yeah, I'm trying to pet him on
Steve.
the head.
Look,
Hey,
you have
buddy,
people here.
pet the doggo. Steve. All dogs love me. All animals love me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is the best dog ever with my little baby because she will just like sit on his head and stuff, and he's like, "This is great."
Don't care.
Yeah, because she gives him all of her food as well. So like if she's eating a banana, she's like, "Here you go," or an apple or anything, and he doesn't care. He's like, "Oh, the baby gave it to me. It's got to be good."
Have you figured out anything he won't eat?
Let's see. No, not if the baby gives it to him. He'll eat anything.
Our dog, like the only thing it wouldn't eat was pickles. Like that was it. Literally anything else.
Yeah, we already talked about
look at these people late to the game.
Yeah, we already talked about salt. We already talked about salt, Bryson. It's in the beginning.
We've been talking about him, bro.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do a quick recap.
Go ahead.
They all came out at once, and
the internet's is liars.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a huge recall.
The internet lies.
Oh yeah, Jesse's got the secret here. Kaka, my baby calls the dog Kaka.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm not really sure why, but she sees the dog, she just screams. She's like Kaka. And I'm like, okay.
Like poop.
Yeah, that's what it means.
Yeah, right.
I don't know why she calls him that. But
poop dog.
She does know his name is Steve because sometimes she'll call him Steve. And then when she's excited, she just yells Kaka really loud. So all the amps are blown up, every single one of them.
Every single salt amp is blown.
Like Jacob said on the forums, they're all pieces of shit.
Yeah, they all suck.
The biggest problem is the battery. So everybody had a salt and battery.
Ting! I ain't gonna lie, some of yours, like I hardly ever left them, but some of those kill me.
So some of
I steal a bunch.
Are legit.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes Derek. Derek was coaching.
He's been waiting for it.
He's been waiting there, just tense.
He's been waiting for that.
Oh wait, that wasn't it. Yay.
What is he standing in front of? What is that profile picture?
The warranty amps.
All the warranty amps.
All the amps right there.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Derek, you don't have time to be on the internet and you be writing SFB manuals, bro. Actually, you know what? Just put his video on the on them, on a DVD, and then put it in the thing. Remember when we used to do that?
Just write the link on a piece of paper and put it in the amp box.
That's actually not the worst idea. Honestly.
I've seen everybody bugging me about the Nightshade 8. My patent was granted on my basket. So the next step is once, as I mentioned, I was having trouble getting people to manufacture my Mega W surround for me. The reason is this: the Mega W surround cannot be heat pressed, and most foam surrounds are heat pressed.
Sure.
So what you end up with a heat press when it's anything more than a standard, like normal, the word I want to use is one dimensional, but it's not accurate. It's just anything with more than one convolution. If you end up with a non-uniform thickness throughout the roll, and then it doesn't work anymore. So what it needs to be is an injection molded foam. And when I was at CES, the company was like, the company that makes my cones was like, yeah, we have that shit. And I was like, great. When I get home, tell me how much tooling is. So I get home and they're like, no, just kidding. We decommissioned those machines. I'm like, okay, so how many cones do I have to make for you to turn them back on? They're like, we're not going to do it. So I'm like, now I feel like I'm talking to an American company. So I found another Chinese company, but they're in a totally different region. I get most of my stuff from the coastal region, like near Shanghai, within a couple hours from there. But there's a whole nother set of infrastructure. It's about car drive. It's about 12 hours. Over here, there's a whole nother set of infrastructure. There's a company over there that does the injection molded surrounds. I'm like, I don't do a lot of business over there, so it's going to be kind of a pain in the ass. So I'm really trying to convince the first company to reactivate their injection molding machines for me. Because with the injection molding, I have a completely consistent density throughout all the convolutions, which is what I need.
Right. That doesn't seem like it would be that difficult to find, unless it's the actual injection that's the problem.
Like, they just don't. They didn't have any demand because nobody cares. Because heat pressing is cheaper and faster, and most surrounds are fine when they're heat pressed. But when you're doing something really complicated, it isn't. So, but they do have injection molding machines for Santoprene, but not for foam. I guess like it's a different process or something. But Santoprene is too heavy. It's way too heavy. Like a Santoprene surround, the size of like our SPL surround, is heavier than a Megaroll V2 size foam surround. So it's just not going to work out.
Can you touch on the benefits or disadvantages, like pros versus cons of like a Mega W versus Mega Roll?
Yeah. The Mega Roll is honestly, it's great, but honestly, it's too linear, and that was the reason I was trying to get away from it, because it's basically linear forever, like beyond spiders, beyond motors, beyond anything. So it essentially plays no role in a restoring force. It stays out of the way, which theoretically is perfect for a suspension, right?
Right.
But we don't live in a theoretical universe. So when you have people that are beating the absolute shit out of their speaker, you need to have the surround take a little bit of the abuse off the spider. So basically, our spider is just getting beat to death. You know, when you get beyond 4 inches peak to peak, the spider is just taken to freaking abuse. You know, taking it like Brett and Trump in the same room, left alone with a couple of beers.
Just getting abused from behind.
Just like getting the Cheeto up in there. You know what I'm saying? But you know, so I'm trying to save the spider by having the surround come in as a backup. You know how like the bouncer comes in is like, that's enough,
right?
Brett, you know, like. You need to chill out. You need to wash your fingers. You got all the orange stuff in there.
Right.
I paid for the whole night, damn it.
Yeah. I gotta give Brett shit. But yeah, anyway, basically what I'm trying to do is I want to have the spider and the surround to both have the same characteristics, you know, so that they're both linear in the same window and tighten down in the same window. And it's really hard to do that purely with a one convolution geometry, you know, because you generally end up with something that's more of a parabola. And what I want is something that's flat in the center and then just goes boom, like tight as shit.
Yeah.
Like the SD4 does. And it's really hard to do that, which is a standard. Now, you can do it with fast, which is my other patent pending technology, but freaking fighting with Tangband about that because they have a similar patent, although it's really not that similar, but the patent office doesn't understand that. Because Tangband patented a surround with similar feature sets, but they did it for the sole express purpose of not using a spider. Yeah, so they were trying to get more lateral stability out of it, where I'm just trying to get the ability to adjust the compliance over stroke out of it.
Right.
You know, like the patent office is not getting it.
Do you think that'll be sort of a learning curve to get people to adjust to seeing a W surround like we've used? Like, yes. Traditionally, we've seen them in cheap paper, like PA style bullshit.
Yep. And you know what you see in those is just mainly just even convolutions, you know?
Right?
Just basic. And so I have to train people, but I mean, frankly, honestly, I had to train people with the Mega Roll because everybody's like, "That's fucking stupid, Jacob Fuller." And then 5 years later, everybody's like, "Look at our Mega Roll."
Oh my god, it's a selling point, right? Yeah. I mean, I still see trash can memes.
Do you guys remember that I invented the term Mega Roll, and now I see companies listing Mega Roll surround on their spec sheet?
Mega
Roll. I coined the term. I said, "This is the new quote Mega Roll." Remember Keiko when I posted the first picture?
Yeah.
It said quote Mega Roll because I didn't want to just call it big ass surround.
Right.
I'll never not laugh at the picture of the garbage can though.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It looks very close.
It looks exactly like
it's exactly where you got the inspiration from.
I see Steve Herman's getting sassy in here. No, it's okay, Steve. He said he saw the fast and he thought it looked similar to the DD ESP. In a way that it does, but it's not. Basically, the DD ESP is a heat press surround, and it has the ridges on it, and they actually have a lower density than the rest of the surround because of the heat press, and it's a consistent across the surround, right? And so what the fast is, it's three-dimensional additions to the surround, but it's not all the way across. It has variable thicknesses up and down the roll. So basically as the roll moves, like each portion of it gets like less stiff or more stiff based on that, the 3D features. I don't really want to like talk too much about it because it's still a patent pending.
Dude, Skip, I posted a driver, a 6.5-inch driver in the chat, in the SQ chat the other day, and I cannot remember what that driver was, and I'm wondering if it's similar to what Jacob's talking about. I'll have to send it to you, Jacob, and see if it's even in the ballpark.
Right. Tangband's the only thing I've seen that's close, but again,
this one is it's a pretty esoteric driver.
Tank Ben's goal was again more lateral stability, so they didn't have to use a spider because they were doing like ultra shallows.
Is it a W all the way around?
The fast is not. The fast is like a standard roll, but with 3D features on it.
Okay,
The Mega W looks like the SD4 except huge.
Yeah, okay. I'll have to send you a picture of this, or the link to this driver I'm talking about, and see if it's similar. Because apparently this driver's got the most ridiculously low
What's up, Jacob Scott?
distortion ever.
I see Jacob Scott in here.
Mike Dio, his ears must have been.
You're next, bitch. You're next, Dio.
Yeah, Tank Ben is pretty awesome.
If Mike DiGuardia would sell that BMW and get a real car, he might get some.
Hey, N54 gang, baby, don't be talking shit.
I'm just messing with Mike. I like BMWs too.
I can't get away from those some bitches. I cannot get away from them.
Yeah, but right before I started Sundown, I had a 325i, and I had a DLS Iridium 6.3 three-way set in the front, and I had a Rockford 360 on it. And I freaking love the way that sounded. So that leads me into another segue. I decided that I want to do something else stupid that nobody else has ever done.
Yes, please.
I'm going to make a high excursion dome mid-range.
Oh, that's not a thing. That's not a thing.
I'm going to make a dome mid-range with 4 millimeters of one-way linear excursion.
That's not a thing.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
I think Morel has one. I think it might have like 1.2 millimeters, and that's like the lowest.
On a good day, and it's not going to move that far. Trust me. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a full-blown suspension on it. Most of the dome mids are edge-driven. Yeah. They have a surround and no spider.
Right.
So I'm probably going to do the dome out of carbon fiber. I'm going to make a carbon fiber mold, really light carbon fiber. And I'm going to drive it with a coil that's smaller than the dome, comes up, and then I'm going to put a spider inside of the coil. Yeah. So it'll be like a little tiny spider.
That's the Scotch talking. That's not happening.
I actually have a drawing at the office, and I sent it to my build house like last week.
So in case anybody has any idea what he's talking about, dome mid-ranges are actually freaking awesome because the dispersion is even.
Off-axis, yep.
Right, the off-axis dispersion is very, very even. So it's super, like all the reflections are the same as the direct sound, which is a good thing. We've talked about on the show before. But the problem with dome mid-ranges generally is that they don't play very low.
That's right. I'm fixing that.
And Jacob Fuller is about to fix the entire SQ industry for us single-handedly.
Because I love my dome mid-range. I had the DLS Iridium. The problem I had with it didn't play low enough. It didn't play loud enough because it didn't have any excursion.
I've had several, and they both didn't play below like 900 hertz worth of shit. So, which normally is not a big deal, but if you have a dedicated mid bass, but not everybody does. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to all the SQ stuff that comes out of that brain.
I'm pretty excited. It's going to take me a little while to get it all lined out, because it's a little bit, other than subwoofers like mids and stuff like that, it's a little different market for me. There's a lot of other things to be concerned about other than just excursion. And I read on the internet the other day. That whoever designed that X8 V3, he thought the only thing that mattered was excursion and motor force. That guy's such a dick. And that surround is so nonlinear.
Those things actually are what sells subwoofers, though. I mean,
yeah.
FS and X-Max. That's it.
And I told the guy, he's like, yeah, that surround is so nonlinear because you see some dimples in it at high excursion. I was like, really? So here's a clip of the ZB4.
Here you go.
The Mega Roll V1, which is the dimpliest surround we ever sold.
Right.
Showed me on the CMS chart where the dimples are. I'll wait.
People don't know how to read that shit, man. There's probably, I swear to God, I guarantee there's less than 10 people on my friends list that know how to read a clipple analyzation.
We need a graph of
less
dimply list to the most dimply list.
I got to get Steve Herman here. Compact Neo V3, Steve. I really
want to do it.
I really want to do it. I've been held up because I've just been in survival mode trying to keep things in stock. We just keep selling out everything. So I'm like, dude, what do I even do? So, and it's more complicated than people think. I can't just order everything because what if sales slow down? What if they don't do another round of stimulus? So I got to come up with all these spreadsheets and simulations and all this crap. But anyway, I haven't really talked online really about the Compact V3 much at all. I just told certain people about it.
Was there a V2?
Yeah. The V1 is the one that had the full ring of magnets. The V2 is the one that had 8 magnets, but it really had the same amount of motor force.
Okay.
The first one I didn't have time to optimize it. I just had to get it out.
Okay, so I have a V2. Okay.
Yeah, the V2 has the 8 and the beveled backplate.
All right.
So the V3 is, I don't want to give away all my secrets because, people are listening. I'm expecting to have as much as 40% more motor force out of it.
Can you put me on the pre-order, please?
And it should only be 10 millimeters wider and 10 millimeters deeper. Yeah.
I mean, it's already the loudest.
You know how people have lawyers on retainer?
You win.
Like they send them a certain amount of money every month just to be their lawyer. I think we're gonna have to start putting Jacob on retainer. Just send me new shit when it comes in.
It's a subscription. Just be a subscription.
My accountant said, "Why don't you make a subscription service,
Yeah.
Jake?" Well, maybe.
How much would that cost? That would be a great model.
I don't know, man. So, and this is the great thing about it is we can basically use all the same soft parts and stuff we're using now. You can hand modify the soft parts. I don't want to give away the secret, but it's very subtle, and I feel like it's something that's often overlooked that I'm doing.
Well,
I'm not giving away.
No, are you sure?
Yeah, because one time when I was a kid, I got a burn mark right here. There's still something right there. And I don't know what you call that, but like something like that could happen.
Oh. Brutal. That is rough.
I don't know what you're talking about, T.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about either.
My baby's outside of my door just yelling.
Yeah, I hit it. Yeah.
You're the only one that can get away with that. Normally,
we need to
disconnect people.
We need a Jacob OnlyFans page.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's insane.
Sundown burn.
I love when somebody asks what are the specs on a compact V2 or no.
Yeah.
I actually have some if anybody wants to look at them, but they are 100% useless.
Like if you gotta ask that, like just go away.
We got the classic question: where did the name Sundown come from? I'll tell you where it didn't come from, Raimundo. Some guy made a post the other day saying that it was some sort of racist thing.
Oh Lord!
Did they really?
Yeah,
they're coming. They're coming for you. I love it. I love it when the left eats themselves.
They eat their own, bro.
I love it.
They eat their
own. All I had to do is I have a copy of. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna put it on camera.
Hey, is that you in blackface on a poster back there?
That is.
It is you.
Hold on.
Caught him. Post it around. Do what y'all do, internet.
Dude, his body's been hiding that other one. There's 2 of them.
You see this record? Hurry Sundown. There's a song on here called Hurry Sundown. That's where the name came from.
Stop
it.
It.
Insane.
Do you have a record player? You don't even own a record.
Yeah, it's right there.
Turn it on. Put that record on. That song on right now.
Is that on YouTube? Oh, yeah, just have it playing in the background.
Yeah, put it on right now.
But anyway, it's from that record, and my dad had that when I was a kid, and he would
awesome.
always play it on his he had some Sansui towers that were pretty sweet. It had some 12s in them, and I always liked that song.
Everybody that's watching this is gonna go YouTube that song or Google it as soon as the stream is over.
Dude, somebody tag Russ and make him put a bass remix of it.
That would be gangster. You need a new line of like retro stickers that say "Hello Sundown."
Hurry Sundown.
Oh, hurry! Sorry.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was a Nancy Pelosi moment there. Sorry.
So Matthew, what about a sub model called Outlaw? I thought about that, Matthew, but there's a company called Outlaw Audio, and I don't want to get into it with them.
You mean you don't want to crush them with your wallet?
Right. Just the weight.
Just throw.
Is there? I've never heard of Outlaw Audio.
Yeah, it's like a home audio company.
Man, do you ever have to worry about that? Like, you have to go scour the internets for the smallest company and make sure they don't have a name that the exact same name you want to come out with?
This is a little known fact, but MTX Audio came after Naked Stereo Integrity a long time ago.
Really?
Naked Stereo Integrity? Wait.
Nick.
The first subwoofer was called the Magnum. And MTX apparently years and years ago had a sub called the Magnum, and they still own the trademark even though they don't use it.
What?
Well, we know, I mean, Audio Q, right?
Yeah.
They had to change their stupid name, and I refused to even say their new name out loud.
Somebody had Audio Q?
Yeah. So, like, an interconnect company.
It was Audio Quest.
Audio Quest. Yeah. And so they changed their name. I know. I know.
My baby's really mad.
So bad. Is she fussing at Steve?
I'm gonna go get her for a second. Hold on.
Yes, sir.
All right.
God, this guy is so boring, huh, Fade?
I know he's terrible. He has nothing to talk about. Nothing interesting to say.
Like somebody's gonna die on those speaker enclosures in the back.
Seriously.
Like that's a hazard.
What did he mention? What room that's in? Because it's pretty gangster.
One of his mansions.
She's not coming. The baby's not coming.
All right. What room is that? What is the name of the room you're in right now? Is that the office?
This is my man room. Yeah, I got my home office in here and all my audio equipment and all that.
Do they have basements in wherever you are?
Some people do. This house is a one-story house. It doesn't have a basement or upstairs or anything. It's just a really big one-story house.
Well,
does your wife watch as much like House Hunters as the rest of ours does?
She watches the renovation shows. She likes
because I get jealous.
Brothers.
I get jealous when I see basements. Hey, where's Sneaker Kid?
First time doing it, appreciate it.
Sneaker Kid. His is a man after Skip's own heart. Yes. How many pairs of sneakers do you own, Jacob Fuller?
Oh,
two.
Like 2 or 3. Yeah, it's like
I could tell. I could just tell he's that type of guy.
Because you're a normal human.
He finds one pair that he loves and constantly buys it.
I would do that if I could ever find the same ones again.
You're the white with the blue tag New Balance.
I thought about starting to buy dad shoes. I might as well.
Whatever happened to the Sundown earbuds? Did this ever come out?
Dude, I just kept pushing it back. Now everybody wants wireless earbuds. So
now everything's wireless.
You gotta start over.
God.
Yeah,
that's
forget
annoying.
You're gonna have to go wireless. Like if anybody brings out a corded one now, it's useless.
I don't even use earbuds to me, so like that's why it's such a low priority.
Dude, I put them off for so long.
You do.
I put them off for
like
so
a
long.
Nike Cortez guy.
What is
the
Nike?
Nike Cortez? Y'all don't know what that is?
No,
no. I mean, they're nice. I have some.
I got some Skechers that my wife says look like old man shoes.
That makes sense.
What color
sneaker? I wear boots. I wear boots like 363 days a year.
Even right now?
Yes, I'm wearing boots right now.
I don't believe it.
Prove it. Oh God.
There we go.
That looks so uncomfortable.
I don't know.
Oh,
hey, what's wrong with those?
I didn't nothing. It's just a funny. It's funny. It's funny.
I like those sneakers.
I know. I have some.
There's too much going on for me. I like more plain.
Oh,
more plainer than the Cortez.
Just one color, man. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Is that color white?
Usually black shoes.
Black. I hate white shoes.
Sometimes a gray shoe. Sometimes a gray.
Air Monarchs.
Free runs. JVC marshmallows. Yeah, I use those a lot.
Yeah, I think you put those on to me.
Yeah.
Shopping shoes.
I will turn anybody on to JVC marshmallows. They're fantastic.
Are you in the market for a Corvette?
No.
Oh, me? Wait, you talking to me?
No,
maybe I won't.
Oh God, Fade's like a squirrel. No, a dog seen a squirrel.
Squirrel. What's in the garage these days? Like what vehicles has Jacob Fuller's name on the title? Run them down.
And you don't have to name your wife's.
Yeah. I do have the old Jeep still.
Yes.
Still works. Got that. We have the white BMW 5 Series demo vehicle.
Vehicle.
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, it's got like some SQ shit in there. You guys, that's whatever.
Turd.
That's then we have the van it's actually getting torn down. We have the F650 truck.
What?
Yeah. And then we have
I did see that one, yeah.
We have the 2500 XT truck. And then I have my Jetta, 2003 Jetta diesel. Then I have my.
Is that your daily?
I drive it a lot. Then I have the 2015 Mercedes CLA 45 AMG that I drive a lot as well.
Oh.
And then the family SUV, the GMC Acadia. And there's like several other cars floating around. I don't even know anymore.
What happened to the Terra? Y'all sold that?
Yeah, we sold that, and it's been to a couple of different owners at this point.
Boo.
Is that you didn't sell it to John Purdy, did you?
We sold it to Jay Co. initially, and then I think someone else got it.
That might be John's. I mean, how many Terras could there be in the U.S.?
I don't know.
No, I don't think that was John. John said his was like done badly. Like he's having to redo a lot of it.
Well, that's definitely not there.
No.
Well, the one that we had, the cage was already built when we got it, and it really wasn't super awesome.
Oh, well, maybe it is then. Now
didn't y'all get yours from Murillo?
It was left with somebody else when he moved away, and then we went up. Me and Sean drove up to Canada and got it.
That's right.
Yep.
I don't know what
I remember it. Dude, funny. Seriously. That's the same face I get when people are like, can you name all the cars you've had in the last 10 years? I'm like, nope.
I cannot. No, I've had so many. It's so insane.
Nope.
I have a problem because if someone's like, hey, man, I got this car for $500, I'm like, I'll take it.
I'll take it. I don't even care what it is.
No, it's mine now.
Don't even know what it is yet.
Does it run and drive? $500? Give it to me.
Seriously, I don't even care. I'll buy that thing.
I'll take it out to my property and drive around till it breaks. Then we'll fill it full of Tannerite and blow it up.
There you go.
That's what we do.
I have not seen a single Tannerite video on your Facebook. You're slacking.
You haven't seen it? We put one up when we blew up Volkswagen Golf.
Really?
We had 18 pounds of Tannerite in it.
Oh my God, we're definitely posting that on the Everyday Audios.
Stuff went like 100 feet in the air.
Jesus.
Sam, we talked about the Sundown IPO. Y'all got to get in here earlier. We cover everything.
All right. Nobody can make a Kyle-proof sub where they're like, you should make a sub that Kyle Rutherford can't blow. It's impossible. I have some ideas, but it would be unbelievably expensive.
Yeah, he doesn't. He has a switch for the bass knob. There's no.
You know what? You do. That's like your thing, though. You make subs like everybody proof.
We try.
Like the only thing you can't everybody proof is the coil. Like it's pretty much the only thing. And now it looks like the only other failure point, the triple joint, you're addressing that. Yeah. So thermal's really the only thing you can't everybody proof.
I have an idea for a coil, and me and Nick Lemons and a couple other people who should not be named were involved in this idea a couple years ago. The problem is the coils would cost like $200, but they're like 1,000 degrees.
Okay, I'm in. Sign me up.
Yeah,
sign me up. I mean, what? I mean, after
that.
People who are routinely reconing things, an extra $200. That's nothing. That's nothing for $1,000 sub or however much.
Sam really wants to know my shoe size. 10.5. Sam usually 10.5.
Sam, send me some too, bro.
Usually, what do you mean? Usually
depends on the brand. Sometimes it's 10. Sometimes 10.5. So yeah, that coil. Hey, there's Joey Crane's daughter, Wednesday. Hey, Wednesday, how's it going? She's the youngest person to own an X12.
I don't see that name.
It says, hey, Jacob, this is Wednesday. It's under Hawks.
Oh, I see.
There it is.
She visited with Joey and built a sub with Thomas. She's a young lady
I did see that.
Something like that, yeah.
I did see that video.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so awesome. Like the coil, I guess the disadvantage to it is the price, and it would be extremely heavy, versus like a standard coil. So it might have to be shorter. It's a different kind of wire, different kinds of glues and things like that.
Well, that's one of the trade-offs you already make, right?
Yeah.
Winding height versus thermal.
That coil is particularly heavy. It would be just very heavy.
So heavy.
The thermal power handling would be basically astronomical.
And it would probably need it because it wouldn't even move in the gap. It would just be like all the power. It would just be like stationary.
So let's see, Nate says how much. Basically, like a normal coil is like $30-$40, and you're talking like 200 plus for
Well, what's a normal
that's just from the
coil?
He just said
weight.
He just said 34. Oh wait,
Right? 300, 400 grams. What are we talking?
Yeah.
2,000 grams. a kilo.
Yep. Well, we do have that 2-pound coil that we put in JP subs. If you recall the EXO video where we were talking about it.
Oh, really?
Jeez,
Yeah, JP's teams have a 2-pound copper coil in them.
Is that? Wait, are you exaggerating?
No, it's 2 pounds.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
The thermal limit. Actually, isn't it the glue that's normally going to fail?
Yeah, usually the glue lets loose.
Yeah.
And then
so what?
Beyond the glue,
200C?
You'll start burning the wire.
What is it? 200C, 240C?
I think the American ones are like 300C, and a lot of the Chinese ones are like 200. Yeah.
Yeah.
So some of these people are claiming like more than that, and that's really not.
Yeah, I see 500 tossed around a lot.
Yeah, it's the adhesive.
Fahrenheit. Yeah.
I don't do Euro.
Yeah, it's the adhesive that's gonna fail normally.
Yeah, and then sometimes you actually get to the point where people are like melting the wire, blowing the wires in half and stuff like that. And so, like the coil that I'd mentioned, the basically the only failure point that would really remain for it would be blowing the wire in half like a fuse.
Right, or the tensils.
Yeah,
because tensils, yeah.
And our tensils are like
common.
retarded strong already, and I don't know how people blow them to this day. Like the freaking back in the day of the ZV3, Brett, we ran dual 42 strand tensils. The freaking SA version 2 has dual 84 strand tensils on an SA, and somehow people still burn them.
The sauce.
And I'm like, what do you?
It's crappy Class D amps. That if we've learned nothing from FI audio, it's crappy Class D amps. The one side of the wave burns tensils.
Yeah, bro. You can only run AV amps, man.
That's what they said.
I don't know how people.
Everybody needs a Crown 86,000 or whatever.
Like, as stupid as I am, I've only blown one sub, and it was on purpose. Well, I take that back. Not the Rockvilles. One time I blew one of your E15s out of spite because it wouldn't get loud for me in a box. I was mad. I got
an older version, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like the first one.
Oh yeah.
It was like Keiko days.
I can confidently say I've blown more amps than subs.
Oh, now you're getting into my language.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to get the stink eye from the wife, so I probably got to wrap soon. Is there anything else that we should cover before we gotta go?
I think we got
it. How much money do you make a year?
There you go. All of it.
Don't tell Trump that.
Any hot stock tips for the people out there?
Express Spa, man. Come on.
What is it?
Express Spa.
Express Spa.
Yep. They are an airport spa that is now certified, and they started testing in JFK. They're testing employees for coronavirus.
What's the ticker?
Happy endings.
XSPA. Yeah.
XSPA.
Yep.
Endings.
All right.
So they're going to expand to other airports, and eventually they're going to start testing customers as well, not just employees.
There you go. So for that stock tip, Al, however much money you make from that stock, you have to spend on Sundown products.
Yep.
A percentage.
I'll tell you the other one that I'm doing is CHEK check cap, which I told you guys about.
CHEK. What is that?
CHEK. It's called Check Cap. It's a company that makes.
I'm about to cut the hard line. I want all these gains from me.
The capsule. It's a capsule that you swallow. It takes pictures of your colon, so you don't get a colon. You don't need a colonoscopy.
What?
Shut the f up.
That helps fade out a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Although I kind of like the.
Yeah. You like the human touch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I pay extra for the.
Pay extra.
So the big reason for it is,
not going to use your finger?
I bought in under the last public offering price of 60 cents. And so there was a couple of public offerings at 60, and then for a long time it traded below that. So I was like, loading up. And the gap that it came down when they did the public offering was at like 80 some cents. So I'm waiting for it to gap fill from like 55 to 80. So
currently 60 cents.
Yeah, currently.
There we go.
My average is like 53.
There we go.
Buy at 53. You heard it here, and also buy pork bellies.
And pork bellies.
Who gets that reference? Cake about it.
Jellies and Cheeto Futures.
And frozen concentrated orange juice. I don't know. That's all I know.
This is everyday trading.
I still don't know what happened at the end of that movie. I'm sorry. It just blows my mind. Hey, man, we appreciate you being on, and thank the wife for taking some of her time away.
Yeah, man.
Of seeing that majestic beard.
That's right.
And bring back all ZV3s.
I'm not doing it. Yours are better.
That was just mean to say. Like, you could have lied to me.
No. Neo and W surround all the things. Neo and W surround all the things.
All right, gentlemen.
Yeah, appreciate it.
We'll see you next time.
Yes, sir. That guy's a fucking ass.
He sucks. I legitimately hate Sundown.
Loser. Would you ever buy from that China company?
No, China.
Ooh. I can't do a good. I want to do a good Trump impression. I don't have it.
I don't either.
Man, I'm pretty decent at impressions too.
Are you?
Places.
Is it impressions or impersonations?
I don't know. What's the difference?
Well, my impression of you is that you're an asshole, and my impersonation of you is.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, that's 100% true. I know like dictionaries and stuff.
Impression dictionary, an imitation of a person or thing. So here we are, Fade. Wrong again, Bucko.
Wrong again, Fade.
Who's that? Sam Dunn, stop going live. Nobody wants to see you in sleeveless cutoffs, bruh. Like, enough.
Like, at least buy your shirts sleeveless.
Is that like dressed up in Indiana? I don't know. Did they have SPL? Did they have SPL in China? Remember Yuseki tried to say they had SPL in Japan?
I think they had SQ over there. I think SQ is big in Japan.
I wonder why they don't have SPL stuff in China
and overnight parts.
Like, is there like walled stuff in China?
I don't think communism.
Or does China have? Oh, true. Like, does China have cars a lot, or is it mostly walking and bikes and stuff? Probably.
I can't remember. Is it China the one you have to like apply for a lottery to get a driver's license to get a car? No, that might be Japan.
That's to have a second kid too, isn't it?
Yeah, China. No, that's one.
You can only have one kid, and is it? No, I'm not gonna keep going into that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a Netflix thing on it, so
like there's a thing like where they only want a boy, right?
Uh-huh.
And if they happen to get a girl,
they leave the little girls in dumpsters. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad news.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at the just insanity of that. That's what people get a lot wrong. Like my natural reaction to like insanity things is like to laugh. Like I can't deal with it. Like I can't fathom.
Yeah, that's right. Because it's so far out the box that it's like the only way I can internalize and deal with it is to laugh and be like, that's not real.
Yeah,
that's not real. That's not a thing. That's right. Because it's so horrible. Right. Terrible.
Dude, we have to do a poll. Like, what if we like I think we're both getting like dragged on by just being solo shows with us. Like, what if we kill like every other week or every 2 weeks, like a big guest, and make that the main thing? Or you like seeing my face every week? Chat.
I like seeing your face every week.
I know. We'll do it.
Personally.
We'll do it. No, there's absolutely nobody in Canada that's loud.
Sneaker, you talking about active crossovers, or you can message me anytime, bro. I'll help you do whatever you need to do.
Didn't I just? Oh, do you have a DSP? If you have it, you need a DSP immediately, and it's insanely easy.
Yeah. Also, that DSPs really help. You can spend as little as $125, $150 on legit.
After you do all this roundup, I want to see you do like a budget to like $1,000 DSP roundup. Could you do that?
Man,
or it doesn't matter.
I could.
Well, like up to 500
like
then.
10 of them.
That's what I mean. So you don't feel like messing with them? Or is there just nothing?
No, I mean, it's just...
There's no info there.
You're not going to be able to tell people this one sounds better than the other. So the only other thing is going to be features. And honestly, features are all about the same until you get to about $500.
Much like your amp, Sam.
And and then the next best thing is like shelf filters and phase adjustment. And like, I mean, most of the people watching this show, they don't need that shit anyway. So
I love the Dayton DSP. I have 3 of them.
Yeah. Do you really? Because I might
use.
need to get one out of you. Because there's
everything you want to borrow from me is in use.
You just said you have 3 of them. You have 3 of them
in use. I mean, like installed.
My ass. He got DSP on DSP on DSP. That's why he's getting like he got 30 bands.
You said I can do a DSP into a DSP. So,
yeah, you can.
So naturally, the fuck. We out here crossing over Crosons. I got you, Sam.
I got Helix.
All right, we're getting out of here.
Yeah, let's beat it.
We appreciate y'all. Honestly, we suck at this thing, but you know, we say funny things sometimes. Right. The last year, we haven't gotten any better. We've got a little bit better software, but we ain't getting much better on the content.
We really haven't gotten any better at it.
Look, it's plateau, bro. Hey, we haven't gotten worse.
That's true.
We haven't gotten worse. If we start to get worse, we're in trouble.
It's gonna be a bad.
If there's a worse show than what we can put out right now, trying.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't try at all. You should have seen.
Well, you might need to. You and I might need to have a conversation about this,
dude. It wasn't.
We haven't gotten any better.
I can't say nothing.
We haven't gotten any worse.
I don't know. I mean, that's a good rate. 2 years of consistency.
I feel like we should have like green screens and professional microphones like Joe Rogan by now. Shit.
No, we don't.
Not so much.
Fade's audio still not matching up to his video.
I don't know what it.
It's a shit show, guys. It's a shit show. Hank is the worst guest.
The worst.
Is he not?
100.
He's just
he's
boring.
Second worst. Drew is the worst guest.
Yeah, Drew's the worst guest.
Followed by Hank.
You can't win. And then
Mike.
We ought to go through our worst. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
We ought to go through our worst guest list.
You suck.
Yeah. Number 1, bro.
Number 1 suckiest guest.
I did a little bit of the
number 2 T-Fake. Yeah. We're the worst 2 people on this show.
I'll allow Hank on if we get RP also.
Actually, yeah, we only want RP on.
Right.
Put Hank.
But Hank can be in the background.
Yeah.
And
actually, I would like to have RP on.
I know.
He's the driver behind all that insanity over there. Sound check.
Dude, anytime he's live, I'm watching, bro. It's just interesting. Yeah. They had this panda on the other day with this huge. I apologize, I'm fat, but this guy, like, he wasn't fat. He was just big as fuck. Like, is that a thing? And he was in the driver's seat, and they were worried about these little tiny seatbelts getting in the way of the airflow. And I'm like, bruh, the fuck is this dude in the driver's seat?
That's how they think, dude.
Like, bruh, y'all are looking at small pictures when this thing here. Am I lying, Sam Dunn? Did you not think of it also?
That's how they think over there, man.
That's all I could think of.
We've had DeClue on this show. It was so bad.
It is loud.
It was so bad.
Can we? Yeah, no. Wait, did we?
No, we didn't. Yeah, he called in a couple of times, dude. One was when Dan Current was on the show, and then they were talking shit back and forth. And then he called in when he was like got out of jail or something.
we out here.
I mean, what do you want us to do?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people might have. I don't know how many we got watching, but a lot of people might be here just for Jacob Fuller and have no idea what the show is about and what we've done for the past 2 years.
Absolutely. Like, bro, Jacob Fuller's gonna be live tonight?
The last time they watched was when Jacob was on the first time.
Yeah.
2 years have passed since the next time that they watched. Like, so much shit has happened in between the first Jacob Fuller.
Is that biannual? Is that what that means?
No, I think biannually is every 6 months.
Semi-annually
Semi-annually is
every other year?
2 years.
Every 2 years, semi-annually.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So 2022, be ready, bitches. We going for it.
We're gonna get full of.
We out here.
So who's next? Who is up next? We got Mike D.
Mike D.
Got to pull up the
Let me look at it real quick before we leave.
All right. I'm excited. We're gonna revisit. We're gonna just go right down the line.
Yeah.
Because obviously Jacob didn't have anything new to share.
Dude, I legit want to have Jay Home back on, dude. He was interesting.
Oh, 100%. I wonder. I mean,
Jay Home was third.
Yeah.
Big D was 5. I don't care about him anymore.
Who?
Big D. He came on our show and then fucking stole our idea the next week, huh?
Yeah, he did.
Right
Dirty.
here,
This
buddy.
is so dirty.
Right here, buddy.
So dirty. We see you.
I'm joking. Then Nick Wright was on. That was a good one too.
Yeah, we've had him on twice though.
Who the fuck?
Oh yeah, we need to get him back on, see what he's got going on. Scotty's got to be in there
Scotty
somewhere.
Johnson 1,000. Scotty Johnson's next.
Bro, he's got a lot going on right now. He needs to come on and talk about.
Why do we have Ronnie on? What a waste of a fucking hour. Then we had Jockers on. What a fucking loser.
Oh my god. Just scraping the bottom.
Yeah,
of the
bro. It was getting rough for a while.
It was
like, shit, where's this thing's going? But then we hit the stride. Number 16, EXO, coming in hot.
Damn, was XO 16? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
We got to have him back on and talk about his new partnership.
Big ass ports, bro. Benjamin Gailey, shout out.
Does he even have Facebook anymore?
Who? Gailey?
Gailey.
Damn, bro, that was a spicy one. The singer and CES show. That was nice.
Yeah, we gotta get these guys. We gotta do it chronologically in order.
I know that would be so fun.
Actually, Jonathan DeMuth would be a good guest. I'll holler at him.
I know
See if he wants to come on.
He came on once.
That's
he
right.
Came on like when he was driving. Yeah.
It was so spotty though. We didn't even really get.
Toolmaker Metalworks. That was fire.
Bro, all of that stuff seems like last week. Like it honestly seems like earlier.
Hutchinson's probably top 3 of our podcast ever. Just for the amount of like shit they showed and that that we didn't know they did.
No,
that was
nobody
amazing.
did. I mean, we didn't. And like those molds that he showed and all the machines that he had and like everything they're doing there. Oh my god!
When you battled Nick Wright and Hank for deep cones, that was a good one. I have the gayest laugh ever.
What are you gonna do?
And then you shit it on
Manville Smith. Drunk T-Fay gonna argue. Do what?
You shit it on Manville Smith.
Dude, I caught some heat for that.
Yeah,
and that wasn't in purposeful.
person too.
Yeah, it wasn't personal or purposeful.
EMF. Man, we have some big fucking guests on JP.
I'm telling you.
The car audio guy, another top 5.
Oh yeah, we gotta have him back on.
He was awesome.
I wonder what he's been doing the past year. That's gotta be a year ago.
I know, he hasn't been posting much lately.
We gotta maybe we'll put a poll up on the page and see who people want to see come back. I don't also that. We'll just go back down the line. Let's go back down the line. Derek Haddock's been on this show like 15 times.
Yeah. I know. I would like Derek Haddock too. Like a full show. I don't know who Christopher Cross is.
He can give us the actual
guy who sings
what
Sailing?
It's actually like.
We've had Steve Duncan on. I had him on a bunch.
Yeah,
I had him on by myself.
That's right.
I liked him. He was a good guest too. He don't know how to flip his phone though.
No,
he's just loud.
Really does.
Bro, you didn't go to Scrape. You should have seen the amount of blown windows out.
I was gonna bring that up. I saw 2 videos. Stephen Duncan and Bobby Mansfield blew their side windows out, and that used to be impossible. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Like actually blowing a windshield used to be a big deal, and the side window was impossible.
Yeah. Now they can
do
it
you
like on
2
command
in one show. I know. What the man?
We've
You
had
guys
Brian
are
Chamberlain on
retarded.
without his shirt.
Have we?
Get it going, Demuth. Hit up Murph and get back on the wagon.
Oh shit!
He designed all your motors. We know it. Come clean. Hey, can I yell like that with my mic this far away? And
Yeah,
it's not
that's
bad.
fine.
All right, good.
Little,
But you get
little clippy.
all right, but you
I
can
still get the
like
emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I want. Yeah.
I still get the emotion. Yeah.
I legit when I have fuck, what was his name? Trippy? Is that his name? With the Hummer?
Yeah, I wonder if we can get in touch with him.
Like I want the old
That would be
school.
good to drag up the old shit.
Yes.
Maybe we could get Burger on. We'll get Burger on. He can tell his side. And
Yeah,
then, we'll
get
Trippy
Burger.
on to tell the
We already
truth.
had. Well, Lester told his side, but get Burger, get Trip, and then get Lester on.
That's
Lester
a good
got-
idea.
It is.
Maybe
I'm
we
just
should
joking,
have
man.
EXO and Lester on same time, and they can tell us all about their new
Yeah.
venture.
And we go out and then just like who? Oh, him and EXO.
Right? We'll just go have dinner.
All right, talk, go.
Yeah, go. Click. All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah. Hey, but shout out to Team South. They took home the team. Fucked up. The team award for scraping SPL. Big things. Free Jones, Bobby Mansfield, another ragtag bunch of fucking losers.
But dude, Free's loud as shit. No, what is it? 63.
No, he's not. He ain't got no fucking back seats. Sam Dunn dumps on that with an exploder, bro.
Oh really? He ain't got no
Yeah.
back seats.
No, he ain't got no fucking back seats. That's why all them the loudest Tahoes ever didn't have back seats. Facts. Loudest exploders, seating 5, demoing. Tell him,
Really?
Sam Dunn. What do you
Shut up.
mean? What do you mean, bro? I do this.
Do we need to revisit the Explorer versus Tahoe?
No, it was dominated. Explorer is dominant.
So the Explorer is the domination
Domination
station.
Yeah.
What does Sam Dunn do? 63, 65?
66s.
66s.
He will. He does 6. Well, let me say it. Mayo did 65.6 or something like that. Seating 5.
Mayo don't count.
I know, Mayo lies. Mayo cheats.
He's a cheater. He
Yeah,
cheats.
65 is easy. Tahoe's ain't
My ass.
near that. What's
I don't
free?
believe it.
What's free doing? Sam Dunn does
63.
freeze numbers legal. David Moore. We had
What does
David
he
Moore
do
on.
65 with in an Explorer with backseat?
415s.
With what? 415s?
Yeah. What do you mean? Where have you been? Sam Dunn, get your boy.
Elsewhere? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't keep up with what
Looking
y'all
up,
be
looking up.
telling.
Melamine foam sticks the best to an inside of a door.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've been looking.
David
Somebody
Moore was
messaged
top.
me the other day, and they're like, "What's the
4.
loudest such and such?" And I was like, "I have no fucking idea. I really don't. I don't care."
No,
Oh,
Nick.
more, bro! I'm waiting on that invoice. You're killing me.
Hey,
bro.
nah, don't you dare. 2009, make him wait.
You're killing me.
I thought David
I got
Moore's
shit to do.
I thought David Moore's account was hacked the other day. Was posted so fucking much. I'm like, bro, chill out. Go like
I
glue
need
something.
Express shipping. I need
Oh.
like whatever it costs to get your sickly ass out of bed, make my shit,
He's
put it in a
sick?
box, and tell him to hurry it up. Yeah, he's Bubble
David-
Boy in it right now.
Bubble Boy. I don't know why that's funny. You remember that movie?
Yeah.
John Travolta. David.
I don't care who else is crying. I got shit to do.
David, do you know about this secret glue that Jacob talks about that you can glue down over anything and it doesn't matter? Get in on that. Drew knows. So you know Duncan knows. Get to the fucking bottom of it.
David
Before-
doesn't care.
before
He
he does.
likes sniffing those fumes, dude. He's
Yeah.
the only one there prepping baskets.
Yeah.
That's why he's ate up.
He's probably
That's why he's sick.
he's probably
Invested
so
right
sick
now.
of he's probably so sick of buying Lazy Susans. I don't know. That's all I got. Oh, bang, bang, bang.
Zing,
Bang.
bing, bing,
Bang, bang, bang.
bing.
Ain't no sundown
Like
glue
Ben
out
had
cheer. Cotner.
Ben had that.
We down here
Ben
in
had that.
Mississippi. I don't know. We been had that shit.
Ben had that.
That's all I got.
That's it.
Appreci-
I'm done.
Appreciate all the support, man. The donations, bro. It keeps us going.
100%.
I ain't
So,
fucking coming
it
out
really
of pocket to talk to y'all.
After 2 years of donations, maybe we'll buy us a new microphone.
Yeah, I gotta get FaZe a new wireless, bro. It's just it ain't working.
Yeah, we need very much.
You figure 2 years he'd have figured out he'd have come up off the dial up, but nope. I don't know. But we appreciate everybody. Check out caraudioswag.com. Check out Basshead Tees. Man, we got swag out there and we want to see it on y'all. I got stickers here.
I do.
Holler at me. Yeah, check them out, bro. Check out the swag, dude. Show them the hat, bro, with the new logo. Show them the hat with the new logo. Yeah, look at the new logo. Shout out Kyle Rutherford. Help me pop that in. Cut the hard line. I love you, Gerald. Message me. I'll give you a sticker just for saying that because you've been here from day one.
Holla.
I don't know if you have. You might have seen it just randomly, or you might have seen.
No, that's our people.
That is. Cut the hard line.
Bingo.